Welcome to the Bubba Army YouTube channel. First of all, the CEO of Spotify, it says this is a former employee. This is a former employee that says that Joe Rogan, is...
They've been against him since day one.
Right. They said it's a small minority, but there's some loud people in there.
You know, the CEO should say, I'm going to have an all-staff meeting here. Thank you. Zoom in or be in this big auditorium or whatever. If you work for Spotify, you must attend this meeting. I and my programmers make the decisions as to the people that we put on the air to move the needle, to make money. And some of that requires, controversial programming. And we've invested a ton of money in this guy, and you don't know what you're talking about. And if you don't like it, leave. Because it's the decision that I've made. And if his opinions or any host's or show's opinion, Call Her Daddy is now part of Spotify, right?
Yeah.
If that would offend you, or if Joe Rogan or anything that Spotify has offends you, then pack sand. Because your stupid code, whatever you do for our company, isn't nearly as important as what they do for our company.
Right.
They're making us money. You probably end up costing me money. It's not your call to question programming you don't agree with. I watch the news. I watch media and different forms of media and television and streaming every day, and there's a lot of stuff I don't agree with. I don't try to get these people fired.
Yeah, you just keep scrolling. Change the channel.
A former employee told the publication that his time at Spotify, the decision to sign a deal with Rogan was the most contentious one of the company had ever made. However, another employee told the Insider that it's only a loud minority of people who are outraged at Rogan.
It always is.
And when you give these people this type of forum to even have their opposition, heard, you've already lost a little bit of the war. You need to run it like Randy Michaels and say, sit down and shut up. You may not like this particular person, but this is strictly financial, and the Joe Rogan franchise is very In fact, let's just be honest. Prior to the Joe Rogan signing, Spotify didn't have that real sexy, shiny object. I mean, they have Spotify's great, and they got a lot of things, but they didn't. You know what Joe Rogan was to Spotify as to what Howard was to satellite.
Absolutely.
And Joe Rogan,
$100 million a year.
Joe Rogan may very well be, the most powerful, influential media person in the world right now. With regards to just strictly how many people listen, how many people download, the type of guests that he gets. He's a great interviewer, by the way.
He is fantastic.
And so if you're going to get a person on that level, a Howard Stern, a Joe Rogan, and then at the end of the day, there isn't a close, maybe a Ben Shapiro, there are a Jim Rome, but there's very few people that can make that big of a difference to your company, and Joe Rogan is one of only a couple.
Yeah, he's the runaway leader. Second place is way behind.
Right, and if you're Spotify, SiriusXM has kind of already shown you that having that big of a juggernaut is going to be $100 million. That's about what it goes for. Mm-hmm. To have somebody that's that powerful, that influential, that much of a kingmaker, if you will, that it's $100 million deal, and that's the deal that Joe Rogan got. Sorry, Johnny Encoder, that you don't like the fact that he, has an opinion about one thing or the other.
Right.
Pack sand, Johnny Encoder. I got 14 other encoders. You
Intern
dildo.
Steve.
You dildo. Blitz, I'm talking to bars. I'm just going to be very transparent. I didn't get in touch with Portnoy, but I am in contact with one of Portnoy's programmers via Dion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm talking to Barstool right now. I'm just talking to him. I don't know. That's all I can say. As we initiated contact, me and this guy, and we've had 3 email exchanges. But that would be huge for us to get Barstool distribution.
Yep.
Yeah. It's an absolute game changer. And Barstool needs something to kind of, I wouldn't say counter the Spotify Joe Rogan deal, but getting us for pennies on the dollar certainly, would be a great investment for them. Mm-hmm. It would be their answer to. Now, I'm not Joe Rogan. I'm not near that talented. I'm not near that accomplished in what he's done. But I can hang with them if I'm given guests and I'm given proper tools. I can certainly not be that far behind on the talent and the ability. And in some instances, I might be as talented as he is.
Oh, there's no question.
In some aspects of radio. I just need somebody to give me a chance. That's all. I'm only one chance away, and it could be Barstool. Fully transparently, I'm talking to them.
And a lot of the people that they have on there, they brought up from nothing. You know what I mean? Like they're not seasoned veterans. They're shows that they created.
Call Her Daddy was organically, organically made by Portnoy. Mm-hmm. He found, Brittany and the other girl,
Alex and Sophia.
And said, "Listen, you two hot chicks talk about rolling around New York as hot chicks, having sex, doing drugs, screwing guys. Boom! Now that's a $20 million a year franchise,
and she doesn't have to share."
Yeah, she didn't have to share. Bunch of hanger-oners. So anyway, I wish Spotify would just say, listen, Joe Rogan's our guy. We are some of the most sexiest people in this space right now because we got Joe Rogan.
The upper management does say that.
Well, good. They need to say it louder. They need to tell the Johnny encoder to pack sand.
And they're worried about the people that are the vocal minority that are there messing with the code at Spotify, basically.
That's scary.
Yeah, because if
are they encoders? Do we know that?
They're coders, yes, and they have done other things in the
codes.
And basically the CEO is afraid because
hi, this is Bubba Love's podcast. Want to let you know, please don't mess with me, and I am very LGBTQIA plus friendly. As a matter of fact, I got a video that my new video guy is working up that talks about me addressing the first Miss Trans beauty contestant.
It's so weird that's what they've latched onto.
And she's beautiful, and I'd like to go out with her.
They latched onto that because they thought that was a way to get Rogan canceled, and they also went to management to try to get it internally editorialized or something where they could have
editorial control.
Yeah, and the CEO said no.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
That's scary, though.